Walk with me. It's Queensryche right here with Walk in the Shadows.
Yeah.
And people in the chat room digging that tune.
Yeah, back when Queensryche was a band.
Right.
Instead of two.
Sure. So you got an update for us, Mr. Aiken?
I do. I just got off the phone a couple of minutes ago with Nadir. And Nadir will be on next week.
Okay.
He would have come on tonight, but he is out with somebody out at a restaurant.
Okay.
So we had a really spotty connection, so it wasn't even worth. He was going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just do it next week.
And be somewhere where you got good reception.
Exactly, because Nader has a definite habit of not being somewhere with good reception.
Well, how come he didn't answer my text?
Because he likes me better. I pilfered your friend.
Pilfering dickweed?
I did. I'm a dickweed that pilfered yet another of your friends.
Right.
Called me back.
Yeah.
No, he had his phone off.
I hear you.
And he turned it on. And as soon as he turned it on, he saw my call, so he called me back.
I gotcha.
But he said, he asked me, he goes, you guys are going to bust my balls, aren't you? And I was like, yep. And he said, I didn't listen to it. I don't listen to any of my interviews. I said, was it good? And I said, yeah, it was great.
Nice.
He's like, oh, good. So you guys aren't really going to bust my chops too much? I was like, no, not too much. We just want to play it line for line and see what you think. Oh, that sounds good, man. That sounds good.
Who's given him more exposure over the years than you and I?
You know he doesn't give a fuck. And I even asked him, I said, you were awful nice to that old guy. And he's like, oh, those old libertarian guys? I was like, yeah, I think so.
Oh, so funny.
Nader. I love Nader, man.
Did you ever read that one interview he did where he gave you and I big credit for his quote-unquote being reinterested in performing again?
Yes.
Isn't that
great?
So funny.
I know, it's great.
It's just like, those guys are the greatest. Nader, I'm going to bring it up real quick.
Nader. Dude, I'm telling you, of all of our rock star friends.
Oh, he just texted me, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Just spoke to Chris next week, I guess. Okay, so, all right. Got it.
Yeah, I told him we'd call him during the week and lay down a time and whatnot. So.
Right.
You know what? I'll let you do that since I already spoke to him. I'll let you retain your friend.
Right. So funny. I was looking for that.
For that interview?
Yeah, I know. I can't remember who did it, but he was like playing us up pretty big.
Yeah. Dude, seriously, you know, as much as we bust his chops, and me especially, love that guy to death, man. And,
sure.
And the fact that he was willing to drive all the way across the fucking country.
Yeah, for us.
For us.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of respect for that, dude.
Right.
He drove out here in a fucking blizzard.
Yep.
Just to play for our 20 people that actually showed up.
I'm sure it would have been better had we not got that blizzard.
Yeah, I know. It would have been, but even so, they played it like there was 9,000 people.
Right, they did.
They came out and put on a big rock show for 40 people or whatever it was, 50 people.
Right.
You know, in the middle of a snowstorm, and then we all went to breakfast. Remember that? And those guys hadn't been on ice in so long, none of them could walk in the fucking That was my favorite. That was my takeaway from that night was all of them, you know, Nader and the band, none of them could walk in the parking lot.
Yeah, because it was all slick and snowy and everything.
Yep, they were all falling down.
So funny.
So great.
And that's the one where Cerberus said thanks for the steak and egg breakfast last week.
Yeah, so we met him apparently.
Unless he was goofing on us, but who knows.
Did we buy anybody a breakfast? I don't even remember.
I did. I bought everybody steak and egg at that little 24-hour.
That's right. You did. You like picked up the check for like 10 people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You were our hero that night.
Well, it was the least I could do for guys who came all the way across the country for the classic metal show.
Yeah. So apparently you bought Cerberus. Well, you must have.
Yeah, I don't know. He said,
"Oh, you knew."
Yeah, he said thanks for the steak and egg breakfast last week. So who knows?
That was too fun. That was a great night. I don't care how many people showed up. It was a great night.
Yeah, Mikey and his parents showed up.
Yeah, it was a fun night. I mean, we had a great time.
Mm-hmm. Tony from Kansas City was there.
Yeah.
He flew in for that.
Yeah. MOL was Leach and Drake. I mean, he was there.
I guess you guys have some fun stuff. That's what Nader just said. Yeah, we do. I'm texting him while I'm doing the show.
Yeah, we do. And thanks for that.
Yeah, we do. Love having you on.
There you go. Keep kissing his ass a little bit so he doesn't wig out and chicken out.
He never chickens out. All right, dude. Well, we were talking about Queensryche, or I just played some Queensryche, rather.
Yeah.
And the moment we've all been waiting for is the debut of the Geoff Tate version of Queensryche.
The only album I can't wait to get this year.
Right. Album of the year.
I'm thinking, from what I'm hearing anyway.
Sure.
It's going to be quality.
Well, I thought, let me see here. I was going to play something here real quick.
Okay.
If I can find it. It was something that Wheezy sent over earlier this week.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it real quick without bringing the show to a screeching halt. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here, I thought I'd play a promo for before we play this for the company that's putting this out.
Okay.
Let's check this out.
New from Doghouse Records, 25 solid gold hits as performed by Geoff Tate. Hear Geoff sing classics by Dan Hartman.
I can dream about you, even if I can't fuck you tonight. I can dream about you.
Toto.
I'll need you all the way. I'll need you all the way. Rosanna, I'll need you all the way.
Journey.
One large pizza pie, one order of fries. Wonder who's hungry now.
Classic Metal Show.
God damn it, that's funny. Oh, man. Do we just cross Geoff Tate off our list of friends? This guy's never going to like us again.
I don't think he cares at this point.
I don't know, man. The way that they ban any negative comments over there at his site.
Well, we're not on his site. We're on our site.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of references on his site to our real Geoff Tate segments.
Really? I haven't seen that. You're going to have to...
Dude, I'll have to start screenshotting them. There's been quite a few references, like 7, 8, or 9.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, I go and check every time we do a segment, I check like a couple of times during the week, and there's always posts about it. People will just be saying, yeah, I heard Geoff Tate this week on the Classic.
Nice.
Whoever it is are fans of the show, and they just play it off like it's really Geoff.
Right.
Too fucking funny. And then they're always taken down.
Of course.
I have a real thought that we may not, for the first time ever, we might get turned down by Geoff Tate. I'm not saying anything about it, and I'm certainly not going to say anything to the publicist. Just gonna...
I have not seen or heard any of that. But, you know, we've had a relationship with Jeff Albright for so long.
Yeah, exactly. That I think as long as we don't, throw it in his face.
Yeah.
I think if I just put in the standard request, hey, Jeff's talking, we'd like to be in.
Sure.
I think we'll probably get in, but
wow.
It would shock me none if we got told no.
Really? It'd be like Ace Frehley.
Yeah. Just knowing that every time our name gets put up on his stupid board, it gets taken down within a day.
Wow. No, I have not seen any of that.
Oh, yeah. It's up.
Nader's texting me.
What do you say?
He's like, he says, just spoke to Chris. Next week, I guess. I guess you guys have some fun stuff. I said, yeah, we do. Love having you on. He said, well, let's see. Question mark. You guys hated that shit, right?
Not at all. I told him we did an hour on it. I thought it was fantastic.
I put, we loved it, all in caps.
We loved it. Exactly right.
We just spent an hour of showtime.
By the way, it's good to see that Jackal One is alive and well in the chat room with a quick fuck Tom Thayer.
We just spent an hour of showtime on
your interview.
You and your
new friends.
Stellar interview. You rule, dude.
He knows you're fucking with him now.
Of course he does. All right. So, are you ready for some new Geoff Tate Queensryche?
I really am. This is going to be as exciting as some new Kiss.
Well, apparently there are 14 songs.
Yes.
With 4 of the 14 being re-records.
That's right. Now, the name of the album let's start at the beginning.
It's called Frequency Unknown, but if you use just the 2 first letters of the title,
yes,
it's F-U, pal.
F-U, pal. And, of course, in the press release, it said something to the effect, I wish I had it. I even looked it up, and I didn't.
Oh, the Jeff Albright?
Yeah.
I think I may still have it.
See if you have it, because it says something in there about...
That's just a coincidence.
Or he says, is it a coincidence? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Let me see if I still have the press release.
Awesome.
Pretty sure I do.
Dude. What the fuck is Geoff Tate doing? Up until 2 years ago, this guy was the classiest guy in the history of metal.
Right.
I mean, literally. And he went from classiest guy to the world's biggest douche.
Yeah.
In 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, here we are. Rockstar PR.
Yeah.
There we go. Queensryche, 2013.
Yes.
Queensryche's 13th studio album titled Frequency Unknown, to be released by way of Deadline Music Cleopatra Records on April 23rd, and features 10 new songs, remakes of 4 immensely popular hits, an array of guest stars including Chris Poland, Dave Meniketti, Brad Gillis, Ty Tabor, KK Downing, Paul Bostaff, and Craig Lucero. Is that how you say his name?
Lucero. Yeah, from Forbidden.
The year is 2013, and Revolution is calling once again for Queensryche frontman Geoff Tate, who is leading the charge with the band's forthcoming studio effort titled Frequency Unknown, due out April 23rd on Deadline Music, Cleopatra Records. Although F.U. might be perceived as a fitting tribute and salutation, fitting to who and to whom?
Look, there's a subtlety to this.
Really?
Yeah.
It might be perceived as a fitting tribute?
Might be.
A tribute to whom? Who are they making reference to?
Todd somebody.
It is without question a no-holds-barred album of new music featuring original Queensryche vocalist Geoff Tate, along with an entirely new lineup consisting of bassist Rudy Sarzo, guitarist Robert Sarzo, drummer Simon Wright, guitarist Kelly Gray, and keyboardist Randy Gain. Okay. For free,
God, just say those names and try and get excited.
It's just like a hodgepodge of misfits.
Rudy Sarzo, Robert Sarzo, Randy Gain, Kelly Gray, and who's the fifth? Simon Wright.
Simon Wright.
That does not sound like a band.
It doesn't. It's nothing to get excited about.
And we know what, 4 of the 5?
Right. We've had Simon on the show.
Simon's really cool.
We've had Rudy on the show a couple times.
It's really cool.
He's really good. I flew to L.A. with him once.
He's a nice cat.
Kelly Gray, Dick. Randy Gain, don't know him.
Don't know.
Never met or talked to Rudy or Robert Sarzo.
Yeah, me either.
So, don't know him.
So we know Jeff, we know Simon, we know Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
We like all 3 of those guys.
Yeah, they've always been good, nice to us.
I know Kelly. He's a dick. And you know Kelly to be a dick, too.
Yeah, exactly. For Frequency Unknown, Tate and company invited a few of their friends to come and join on the recording. The recording fun.
Ugh.
For what will mark Queensryche's 13th studio album. Now, isn't it weird when the other Queensryche puts out a new record, will that be the 14th studio album?
Guaranteed that they'll call it the 13th. They're both going to try and claim that the other one's a fake.
Yeah. So who's gonna be in the Queensryche catalog as the 13th?
Probably both A and B.
Yeah, I thought about that as soon as I read that press release. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
So are they going to say, oh, well, we're the 14th album?
Well, apparently, I guess ultimately theirs will be the 14th album, because there'll be the 14th one that says Queensryche on the in the licensing stuff.
Sure.
So yeah, I guess so.
An album containing 10 new hard-hitting, distinctively Queensryche songs.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I listened to them.
4 newly recorded Queensryche classics, an array of well-known guests, including guitarists, blah, blah, blah. I read all that crap.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Also appearing on the album will be bassist Jason Slater, who has worked on several previous Queensryche projects with Tate, including Operation Mindcrime 2 and American Soldier. Wow, that's a
There's an endorsement.
Slater, who co-wrote some of the songs on Frequency Unknown with Geoff Tate, and also is the album's producer. I think the idea of having guest appearances evolved from the time constraints we had imposed on the project, states Tate, and I must say that I was humbled by the enthusiasm and excitement of all the players that contributed.
Right.
Although times have changed for Geoff Tate, his hard rock wavelength, as presented on Frequency Unknown, remains the same. Now, this guy was trying to distance himself from hard rock and metal at one point, was he not?
He was, but now he's all in.
Okay. With Geoff at the helm, Queensryche had sold more than 20 million albums worldwide, toured in approximately 50 countries, and received 4 Grammy nominations. He remains one of the most well-known and respected vocalists in the history of hard rock and heavy metal. Frequency Unknown, coincidental abbreviation, unlikely.
Yeah.
Fun for all metalheads to sink their teeth into, definitely. Feel free to feast.
Really?
It sounds like something J.S. Bannerman would write.
To feast.
To feast.
Bus.
Yeah. Please note, beginning on April 6th at the Peppermill Casino in West Wendover, Nevada, the band will be hitting the road to celebrate the 25th anniversary of its Epic 88 release, Operation Mindcrime. The performance will include all 15 songs from the album, including Revolution Calling, Operation Mindcrime, I Don't Believe in Love, and Eyes of a Stranger.
Right.
Along with other well-known hits and rarities from the catalog they've compiled over the past 30 years.
How can they say they? It ain't they. It's Jeff.
They as in Queensryche, because he's got the real Queensryche going on.
I guess. None of these other guys were part of any of them songs. Maybe Kelly.
Right.
For a minute or two.
Sure. So are you ready to experience the new Geoff Tate Queensryche?
I'm excited now. That press release got me pumped the fuck up for some brand new Queensryche.
Well, here we go with the first tune. This is called Just Cold.
All right.
Brand new Queensryche.
God damn it. Where do I buy it?
It's got that fucked up vocal effect.
Where can I buy that?
This is just like a continuation of the last one.
Isn't thieves?
Yeah.
He sounds awful.
Yeah, he's got that.
His voice sounds awful.
Yeah, he's got that weird mix on his voice.
I know. Dude, and the production quality at least is there, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, that definitely sounds like the best thing that's ever come out of Clio.
Clio.
Isn't that who's putting this out?
Yeah, they are.
Clio Deadline?
Yeah, Clio. I thought the Deadline label was No More.
Well, apparently they had to bring it back for fucking this dead-on-arrival hunk of shit.
Nice.
You know, dude, the production sounds like they had about $30.
Yeah.
This fucking album. It sound. Where'd they record this? His house?
Wherever it was, I'm sure that they used probably portable or, makeshift recording stuff like they did the last one.
Jeff bought them each a fucking boombox. Here, put a tape in here and record. Dude, you're not saying nothing. Dude, production, was it horrible?
Oh, it wasn't good, no.
It's just not.
The mix is just bad.
And Queensryche always has such a big sound, and it's just not there.
Nope. There's no depth to it at all.
Operation Wine Crime.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, this next song is just called Dare.
All right, this has got to be better.
Dare to put this out.
All right, yeah, sure.
You dance around your intent. If you take me out of context, I'll put you down, take you out. What do you got? What do you got to show? You can't look me in the eye. That's how I know you wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare hurt me. 'Cause you just might get hurt yourself. Positively guaranteed.
What is it with that vocal effect?
I don't know. Let's call Don.
I hate that stuff.
I fucking hate it too, and they all do it, and they all think it's good, and not a goddamn fan of any of these bands likes it.
I don't like it. I never did like it.
I hate it when Dokken does it. I'm hating it here when Queensryche's doing it. I hated it when Janie Lane did it with the Warrant, Belly to Belly. You know, I hate when they all do it. Mm-hmm. They all fucking do it, and it sucks a big fat fucking dick.
It's almost like they're trying to hide like their shortcoming and ability or something,
That's definitely what they're trying to do. They don't want to go full on auto tune, so they throw this effect on to try and claim artsiness or something. It's not artsy. It's shit.
Yeah.
Didn't we call it that once? The shit effect.
Yeah, the shit effect. Yeah.
It's what it should be labeled on every board in every fucking recording studio. Yeah, put that shit effect on my voice.
The fucky effect.
The fucky effect, exactly. Horrendous.
You dance around your intent. If you take me out of context, I'll put you down, take you out. What do you got? What do you got to show? You can't look me in the eye. That's how I know you wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare hurt me, 'cause you just might get hurt yourself. Positively guaranteed. There's no one there when you bleed. Scrape away what little is left. Gotta get your hands dirty, not a chance. All this time that I let you slide, I'm just waiting for the day. I got nothing but time. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare cross me, or you might end up on that cross yourself. You just might get hurt. Yeah, you just might get hurt yourself.
That's tough. That's a tough listen.
That's fucking brutal.
Wow.
That's not Tate singing, it's Thayer.
All right, the next one is called Give It To You.
All right.
I'm sure
now
he's...
Jeff talking about his sex.
I was thinking that he was probably singing tribute to his big black cock.
That's right, because he's built like a black man.
Yeah, from the
Down
waist
there.
down. Yeah, down there.
Down there.
Give It To You.
Back to you, what you gonna do when it all falls apart? Yeah, I give it to you, but you take it too far. Yeah, you know, I wanna give it to you, but you probably break my heart. When I'm there, you look right through me. Don't be surprised when lightning strikes you dead. Oh, yesterday I tried to tell you again. I whispered in your ear, how do you like me so far? Oh, how do you like me so far? All these streets are strangers, empty houses, nothing left, no fire burning here. No, no, no fire burning here. I give it to you, but you take it too far. Nothing burning here. I wanna give it to you, but you probably break my heart.
Jesus God.
You know what this song is missing?
Rhythm?
The beats of Bobby Blotzer. I was thinking if Bobby was behind the kit, this probably would have been a little better song.
That could have made it a lot better if it was Bobby instead of Paul Bostaff.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have been better.
Sure.
Good Lord, dude. Has Jeff forgotten how to write as well?
Well, not only that, but we went through 3 songs, and every song has him singing through a filter.
Yeah, it stinks.
Yeah, there's no raw Geoff Tate there. It's all filtered.
All right, what is the real reason for this?
Voc-
This has got to be somehow tied to the legal, right?
no, I think it's vocal limitation.
No way.
I-
As bad as those last albums were, there was still a production value.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing here.
Well,
not
I'm sure there's no.
songwriting,
I'm sure there's no budget. I think this was just. An effort to get something out before the other guys did.
All right. Well, here's my question then: how does this guy lose his pride like this?
I don't think he cares anymore.
He must care about something. There's got to be a reason.
Well, I think this is spite.
You think it's spite?
Yeah, I think it was a hurry up effort to put something together, write something real quick, get it down, record it, and get it out before the other guys got something out. Regardless of how good or bad it was, it was just like, look, I got the 13th album.
So are these real songs, or are these songs that didn't make solo records?
Hard to tell where they came from, but I
not new.
No.
I don't envision for a second these are new.
No.
I envision this is shit that just didn't make other shit.
Sure.
I mean, this sounds so bad.
But I think that's what it was. It's just, I got to hurry up. I might lose my right to the Queensryche name. So I need to make hay while the sun shines and beat the other guys to the punch.
See, I just almost wonder if this isn't all part of a scheme for when they go back to court in November. Where he could say, look, I put out this album first, and look at all this publicity that I generated.
Right, you know, the Queensryche name. I am, just like Sebastian Bach, I am Skid Row.
Right, and he is Queensryche.
I am Queensryche.
And he's going to say, look at all this attention I generated. Look at what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I clearly kept the name going, and I kept producing music, and I did this reunion or this
tour,
novelty tour to celebrate the band's history. And,
mm-hmm.
I just wonder if all of this isn't just tied to this lawsuit somehow.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, this is embarrassing. This is bad on a level that, all right, when he puts out solo records, he at least says, hey, it's solo, it's different, it's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
This has a reputation to live up to, and it just isn't.
Well, I don't think he cares about the reputation at this point, aside from what you said. Just generating some press and some, publicity around his affiliation with the Queensryche name.
It's just sad, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's sad.
Right. Well, interesting enough, following Give It To You is followed by a song called Slave.
Give it to you, slave.
Exactly. So let's check out some more filtered Queensryche vocalist Geoff Tate.
Right.
At the top of the world, the palace of lies, decisions made for everyone, and they're built to last. And the bottom line is everything you want, and can't move either way. And they know it. You're a slave to the lie. Yeah, you're a slave to the lie. It doesn't matter what you say. Imagine what they do. Turn your back, yeah, they're coming for you. You're a slave, dragging your chain. Slave, you come pretty far. Slave, you thought you were a superstar, but you're just a slave. They own you. Thought you had them in the palm of your hand. Even though you pick your master, what's your master's plan? They got you tied up.
Do you think this is the final product?
Apparently.
Boy, this almost sounds like a rough.
I hope. I
'Cause-
mean, why would they put it out there, though?
Well, just again.
And it's on iTunes. iTunes doesn't do that kind of shit.
Well-
iTunes takes what's already been turned into them as the finished product and cuts these samples.
Wow. Because
I mean, this is that's how iTunes works.
Well, just that drumming, that bing bang, bing bang, bing
Or
bang.
that part where the guitars kick in and whatever that horrible song was called just sounds like it was a layer dropped on top.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, wow.
It's just bad.
All right, well, apparently Geoff is living on a prayer because this next song is called In the Hands of God.
All right,
It's in,
well,
the
this'll
hands,
be good.
it's in the hands of God now.
Sounds like J.S. Bannerman might be doing the video on this one.
Right.
Are you ready? Yes. Ready? Are you? I'm thought of everything possible. I'm thought of every way out of this, every way out. Will you tell them the truth when they find me? Will you tell them it's in the hands of God? Wired in, night vision switch on, and I'm ready. Ready? Are you ready? My God will know me, convinced of my righteousness. My God will know by my actions this was necessary. Will you tell them the truth when they find me? Tell them it's in the hands of God. I'm the one that they want. When you
Wow.
There is no vibe at all of Queensryche in these
No,
songs.
none at all.
I mean, the voice even doesn't sound good. There's nothing on here that if I heard it and didn't know that there was a breakup and all this, I would say, damn, new Queensryche. Nothing.
Yeah. That drum mix is what gets me the most, is because you just can hear that the slap of that snare drum is just bang, 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 you know?
Do you have Dedicated to Chaos there?
Yeah.
Play just 30 seconds of the first tune on it, whatever that is. I don't even remember. But I just want to hear a difference between what I'll say is the worst Queensryche album to this point
Okay.
and this hunk of shit.
All right.
Do we agree that that's the worst Queensryche album?
Yeah, that just
Kids
was...
to Chaos?
Yeah, that just was...
Fucking garbage.
Yeah, it was totally unlistenable, I rather.
Do you even remember what the name of the first song is?
No, I don't.
No, me either. Because it was so bad I didn't even listen to it.
I think I listened to that album once.
I got through it a few times trying to like it because they're one of my favorites. And it's so bad. I don't remember. The first song is something about getting started or something. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about it. But play a little of that. I just want to hear the difference between the worst Queensryche album ever and what I'll bet is still decent quality production and this shit that we're listening to as the next Queensryche record. Do you not have it?
Had to check a different hard drive.
Oh, nice.
Because I have it all on one hard drive, but I don't have it on this other one, so I'm just looking real quick.
Might not have kept that hunk of shit.
Oh, I know I have it. I just don't have it in this this grouping here for some reason.
Yeah, Dedicated to Chaos is really bad.
It's a tough listen.
It's an impossible listen. It's like listening to Nostradamus 520 straight days.
Wow. Who would ever do that?
Not me.
Not I either.
You know who I know would do that?
Who?
Tommy Thayer.
Really?
I'll bet you Tommy Thayer would do that.
I didn't know he was a big Priest fan.
Wonder if Tommy Thayer did that, if Jackal 1 would get off his dick.
Nice.
You think he would? You think if Tommy said, you know, my favorite album of all time was Nostradamus by Judas Priest, you think all of a sudden Jackal 1 in the chat room would be like, you know what? I kind of like that Monster album by Kiss. It's a pretty good guitar in it.
Nice. Well, the first song is called Get Started.
Right, okay.
So let's play it.
Let's hear that.
Well, I can say right off the bat, the production's way better.
Yeah, the production's way better. It sort of sounds like Queensryche.
Yeah.
We're running pretty fast, and we don't suffer fools. We can't get what we're looking for unless we break some rules.
Same vocal filter, though.
Yeah, I know.
Same vocal.
They've got shit filter on there.
Yeah.
Fucky filter is on their board.
Yep, he's got the same filter on his voice.
He does.
It's time to change the view. It's the same old scene. Gonna take my money, play it all on red. I'm just getting started. Oh, I'm just getting started. Yeah, I'm just getting warmed up. Started. Life's too short for slowing down. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Same vocal style, though, that's for sure.
Yeah. And not really Queensryche sounding either.
No, not at all.
Not really. So maybe this is sort of in line with what he's been doing, but oof,
Yeah,
just much worse production.
right. At least
Oh,
that
boy.
production has a little bit of depth to it.
Yeah. And I can't imagine they had a lot of budget for that album either. Can you?
No. All right, well, let's continue with the new stuff. This one is called Running Backwards.
Oh, well, this should be great.
Yeah.
Last time I looked, you weren't feeling too good about love. Said I had it up to here, really had it up, bitter rough. Cold. When I asked what happened next, you said, this won't do. You said, na, 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 na. Oh, every step of faith, screaming through the back door, running. If you could not name it to the wall, keep running, yeah, keep running backwards, running backwards, running backwards, running backwards, running backwards. You had you on your back before you knew what was wrong. Face down in the dirt, innocence gone. Now in the day, you say the same thing. This won't do. You say the la 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 la. You'll never get away from thinking that it's your fault. You're the one to blame. If you couldn't take a place right to his bones, keep running, oh, keep running backwards, running backwards, running backwards.
Nothing there for me.
I don't hate that one as much as the others, but it is a little repetitive with the running backwards over and over and over. Yeah, I mean, that one is at least listenable. I kind of like the riff to it. It certainly doesn't sound like Queensryche,
No.
but fairly listenable, I guess.
Well, this next song is an ode to his former bandmates.
Okay.
It's called Life Without You.
All right, good.
All right.
Couldn't take anymore. I heard the lock break. You closed the door like a rat in a trap of my desire.
plenty fucky effect on that song.
Yeah, there was. That was like the closest they came to sounding like Queensryche
I
so
was going
far.
to say the exact same thing. That was as closest that I've heard Queensryche-ish.
Yeah, but don't you think that Geoff hands them each an iPod or something with all the Queensryche stuff on it and says, here, listen to these tunes and tune your instrument to sound like this.
Yeah, try to mimic this.
Yeah, you're lead guitar player, you should sound like this.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the drummer, you should sound like this.
Right.
And Kelly Gray, just kill yourself. You know, and keyboard guy, I don't know what you'll use as your example, but, you know, it just doesn't sound like Queensryche.
No.
And it doesn't sound good either.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't even sound like a good band trying to sound like Queensryche.
Right.
Sucks.
I just wanna bring back your heart. We can begin with a brand new start. We had something good for so long, so long, so long. I was looking for signs when I saw myself fall. I looked in your eyes and I saw it all. We could have everything and more, anything that we can imagine. If we lean that way, I know it could happen. I never meant to break your heart. I never meant to pull my love away. I want to trust that our love is real. I want to believe in the things you say.
Yeah, burning up the charts here on the CMS Radio Network. It's brand new Queensryche from the recently released Frequency Unknown. That's called Everything. And Queensryche laying it down.
The response of our phones has been unprecedented.
The phone lines are lit up.
The results are unprecedented. And on the phone is Jeff. Jeff number 2. Geoff Tate.
You do that guy so well. That was called Everything.
Yeah, or nothing, as I like to call it.
Right?
Fucking shitty.
All right, this next one, and this is tough getting through this. And
It is, it's hard.
they're only like 1 minute, 10-second clips too.
Oh, dude, this is... You know why it's painful? Because we both love Queensryche.
Yeah, it's just rough. Well, this one is a tribute to Jeff himself.
What's it called? My Big Fat Black Cock?
Nope, it's called Fallen.
Oh.
So here's new Queensryche with Fallen.
See the look in your eye, and there's no easy answers. You gave it all you have, but there's so many questions from this insane desire, through this unbearable life.
That one's a sleeper.
That just sucks.
That just makes you want to snore.
It just makes me want to fucking gouge my ears out.
Right. All right, and the last original compilation here,
Right.
is called "The Weight of the World."
Oh, good. I'm sure it's great.
Here we go.
I clutch the phone like a jealous lover. I feel the weight of the world upon my chest. The sirens wail and my heart is raging. My clothes are soaked, can't catch my breath. Voices say hang on for a little longer. I feel the weight of the world. I feel the weight of the world. This story might be close to over, but then again, every story ends. Don't show me the lie, 'cause I'm not ready to go.
Boy, wow. Did the vocals sound choppy on that? Like lines were forced together.
Probably were. And with the terrible production, it'll make it even worse. Yeah, that is brutal.
That is a tough listen.
Wow, that's 10 songs I never want to hear again.
Dedicated to Chaos isn't sounding so bad now, is it?
Dude, that might have to be our new punishment when the fans start acting up in the chat. We'll just start playing new Geoff Tate Queensryche.
Right. All right. Well, we care to hear the new remakes?
If you want to, I don't care.
I'm curious as to what they did with the re-records.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead.
All right. This is the re-recorded I Don't Believe in Love.
This will be good. How can you fuck that song up?
The criminal mind found at the scene of the crime and cuffed and blind. I didn't do it.
It sounds like he's singing along with a little boombox or something.
No, it's there's no production value.
Yeah, it sounds like he's got a little boombox playing the music and he's just singing along to it on a karaoke machine with plenty of soupy reverb.
It's just bad.
Mm-hmm.
She said she loved me. I guess I never knew. But do we ever really know? She said she'd meet me on the other side. But right then, I never found her.
Where in the hell are they? That background vocal,
From another state.
apparently. Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
What, Tim?
And I think this might be Whiskey's party.
Hello.
Hello!
Hey, man. Texas born and bred, man.
Oh, hey, what's up, Texas born and bred? Are you out at the 33 Love Child show?
Yeah, well, I'm out here, man. Shit, I can barely hear them, dude.
Is there a big crowd out
Hanging
there?
with Bob now, Bandian, dude.
Oh, you're hanging out with Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah? You know he's got a man crush on me, right?
No, I doubt that very seriously. You say you got a man crush on me. You got a man crush on me. Something like that. Fuck you! Faggot.
Oh, what did I do?
Actually, I was nearly saying that, but okay.
Now he's gonna
Yeah,
take.
man. What's going on tonight?
So was the show good?
Actually, the band we're here to see is about to go on. We got like 3 fucking opening acts. The last act was an all-chick band called Faded Grace or some shit like that. I don't know. The singer was hot though.
So 33 Love Child hasn't played yet?
No, they're about to go on. They're setting up right now.
So
everybody's out
the
here smoking cigarettes because you can't smoke on the inside.
How's the crowd? Do they got a good crowd there?
How would you say the crowd is, man? We haven't seen them all inside yet, so it's to be determined. Outside is a shitload of people, so maybe once the show starts, it'll be a good show. Maybe, I don't know. The club holds about
they'll all
200.
stay outside.
Probably 100 people here, something like that.
Well, maybe the band should come out and set up out on the sidewalk.
They'll probably get a bigger crowd that way, yeah.
Yeah, if they throw cigarettes into the crowd and play on the sidewalk, they'll have a sold-out show.
Maybe so. But anyway, yeah, for your shit, man. Now, Dan ain't here. I want to give him a call. He's like, yeah, I called him not too long ago.
Sure.
Well, thanks so much, Texas boys.
Anyway,
It's been
Bob's
great
already
having you
fucking
tonight.
drunk, and I'm right behind him. So if I ain't speaking too clearly, I'm sorry.
All right, Texas B&B. See you later.
Say it again?
Bye.
It's boring. You're boring, everybody. Quit boring everyone.
Then fine, I'll stop doing it. Fuck you, pal. Thank God.
I do like the fact that he's out in a crowd of people going, hand job. Some fucking gay guy probably just gave him a reach around right there on the spot. Ooh, hand job. Hey.
Nice. I'll tell you what, everybody bails as soon as they hear that clip.
Yeah, exactly.
It's boring. You're boring, everybody. Quit boring everyone.
So good.
That one's going to get a lot of love on this show.
I love that one.
That is great.
All right, let's see here. Let's check out Empire.
All right, this is going to be good.
But that last one,
Yeah.
like you said, the background, they were singing in a different state.
I don't believe in love.
Nice.
That's what it sounded like,
It
right?
does, exactly. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
Oh my! Hang on a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Geoff Tate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man of eloquence, sagacity, wit, and exceptional breeding.
I am shedding my metal cloak. These days, I prefer a friendly game of backgammon.
The most refined and cultured songwriter and wine connoisseur of the modern era.
I am obsessed with sex. I'm paddling ham right now. I am wearing a smoking jacket. Nothing boorish comes from a man in a smoking jacket.
The voice of Geoff Tate's Queensryche,
Full frontal nudity.
Mr. Geoff Tate.
Jeff with a G. I play the saxophone.
Welcome to the Classic Metal Show, Jeff.
Yes, well, first of all, the most important thing, my condolences to you, Christopher, on your family loss.
Well, thank you,
It's
Jeff.
a horrible
It's
thing.
much
I want you to know
appreciated.
that I am here for you as you've been here for me in the past.
Absolutely. And I don't know why Neely is trashing this record.
Now, Mr. Neely, you're the one in charge of the telephone, are you not?
I am in charge of the telephone.
Now, I would like to know, I have been trying to reach you for some time now, and first you put this boorish fellow, this drunken, blathering moron from a bar, you put him on the air before you take my call.
Terrible. Neely, you need to be fired.
Yeah, I should.
I want to make it clear that I, as the most frequent so-called celebrity guest, if you will, and I flatter myself by that, I want to make it clear that my phone calls are to be answered on the second ring.
Okay, I'll take note of that.
Neely, can you give Jeff the private line now? He's obviously proven his quality as a guest.
Right.
You should get the private line.
Sure.
Well, I don't want to be breaching any confidences here. I just... It is extremely frustrating and... what's the word I'm looking for? Frustrating and frankly, it enrages me when I hear... And I have something to say, something that I would like to get off my chest, and no one answers. It enrages me, it incenses me, it inflames me, and sometimes I'm not proud of this. Sometimes I take it out on Susan.
Is it a rage for order by any chance, sir, Jeff?
I am in a rage for someone to answer the fucking telephone.
That's right. Neely, you have not been cordial at all to our number one guest.
Right.
The real Geoff Tate.
It's all about good stewardship, my friend.
I agree.
Right.
And what with 3 weeks in a row of pre-recorded or best-of shows, or you sitting on your ass playing the same old songs that you always play, you've been falling down on the job, my friend.
You're probably right.
Jeez.
I know I'm right.
He's Geoff Tate, of course he's right.
Now, the reason why I'm calling is you were discussing my new magnum opus, as it were.
I was loving it, Jeff. I don't know why Neely was saying bad things. I thought it was exceptional.
I think you were taking an equal part, Christopher, but I know that you always go along to get along.
That's right. And I am grieving a little bit still with the passing of my father. So, my mind's not
weak, not
completely right.
The real problem I have here is, Christopher, I have read your little blog. One of the things you always praise records about, you say that they sound organic. Does not Frequency Unknown sound organic to you?
Like a jungle.
Well, I am an honorary jungle bunny,
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I find it simply appropriate that you should say that, Christopher. Fortuitous choice of words, if you will.
Thank you, Jeff. Glad I can help.
Now, I warned you in the press, not you personally, but I spoke in the press some weeks ago. I hope to come on your program and discuss it before now, but I believe I said we're working on a stupidly heavy album. Is that not so? You remember that, don't you?
I remember that completely.
Yes, well, as a part of my never-ending quest to expand my musical horizons, I have been listening to all sorts of music lately, and I have been getting into a lot of the heavy bands that the youngsters are listening to, bands like Disturbed and Coal Chamber and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
And I find myself inspired. So, if you will allow me, a little tune that we're working on for a possible bonus track for the bonus track, because obviously the Queensryche classics in their stripped down organic form are the bonus tracks, but a special hidden track is in order, and I would like to give your audience a sneak peek preview, if you will.
We would love that.
May I?
Sure do.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hey, too small to compromise. Too fast to recognize. I got hands on the wheels at the sides. Drive with me, just a gigolo. Oh, who's that gigolo on the street with his hands in his pockets and his crocodile feet? What are you? I hear laughter.
Not from me. I was enjoying.
I was sitting here quietly absorbing it.
It is my medley of Big Truck by Coal Chamber and Buffalo Stance by Nina Cherry.
That was exactly the two songs I was pulling out of that.
And I just hear dead silence. No applause, no kudos, no nothing. What's wrong with this picture?
Brilliance. It's so brilliant. We struggle to react.
This is not a golf match, Miss Christopher. This is Queensryche, your favorite band. The band that brought you Operation Mindcrime and Promised Land. Not Not even the band. Me. It's about me. It's not about them. Fuck them. Me. Geoff Tate. Geoff with a G.
Right.
What were you thinking?
What was I thinking? I was only hoping to please people like yourselves.
That's
My loyal fans who have stuck with me through all the years.
I'm with you, Jeff. Well, Jeff, we just played 10 of the samples, and they were extended samples, so we got a good feel for each song. I personally, and Neely did not agree with me at all, but I really enjoyed the much more stripped-down, raw vibe that you went with production-wise. I find that commendable that you did not succumb to what others are doing with, Pro Tools and quality and things like that. Why did you decide to go with that style of production?
Well, I have always been a fan of the more stripped-down recordings. I've wanted for a long time to get away from the overblown pomposity of studio pomposity.
Wow.
I am allowed to be pompous, as it were, but I'm talking about the studio technique, the overblown 64 layers of harmony vocals, effects on the guitars, big reverb on the drums that go that moron Scott
Rock
his
and douche,
drums
as I like
sounded
to
as
call
though
it.
they were being recorded in a gymnasium.
Right.
No.
I agree.
No. I want drums that sound like you're right there in the room with them. You're sitting next to them. I want drums with a snap, a zing, a wang, a fody-dodo.
A fody-dodo?
And is that why you brought in Simon Wright, because he brings just that quality to the songs?
Absolutely. Also, he was quite cheap. And after the debacle with Robert, I'm talking about Blotzer now.
Yes.
Not the Robert who is currently in my band this week. After the debacle with Robert, the pickings were getting mighty slim, as they say in Texas.
Sure. Well, Jeff, I have to admit, too, another thing that I really noticed about this new record from what we played so far was the real raw, almost like you didn't even write lyrics. You just made them up as you went along vibe of each song. Is that kind of where you were at when you wrote these songs?
That's how I roll these days, Christopher. No more of this. No more of these painstaking, agonizing writing sessions. No more tearing my hair out. Well, partly because I have no more hair to tear out. But no more struggling with lyrics. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. That's how I roll now, Christopher.
Sure. And
it's all spur of the moment, off the cuff.
Right. But
Susan,
why should it be?
Susan will tell you that when I'm in one of those off the cuff moods, anything can happen.
Right. You might have another kid.
Yeah, an attempt at crude playground humor, which I will attempt to ignore.
Well, Neely, what questions do you have for Jeff?
All right, get a hold of yourself.
Don't be disrespecting Geoff Tate.
I'm not
like that,
disrespecting.
Jeez.
You know, all this time I thought my problem was Christopher, Mr. Snarky, but all along it was actually Neely, Mr. Straight Shooter, Mr. Buttoned Up.
Right.
Got his bowling shirt buttoned up even higher than Eddie Trunk. And all along he's been the thorn in my side.
Right. That's me.
He's
Jeff,
been
just
orchestrating
please
these
always
personal
remember
attacks
that I
against
have
me and my
always been
brand.
supportive.
And might I remind you, I beat the other fellows by 6 weeks.
Right.
Right.
I'm first. They got sloppy seconds.
Right.
They get the
Ooh,
14th.
sloppy seconds. Ooh, yeah.
Will you be going over to blabbermouth.net and go first post?
Absolutely. And any negative comments on the reviews of my new record, I will. I already have an understanding in place with Mr. Boravage Kurgan, the wonderful proprietor of that site, he will remove the comments that I point out to him.
Take him down immediately.
Yes, he will.
Nice.
He is at my beck and call.
Well, Jeff, with that in mind, being that you've been almost have a liberal libertarian attitude about things, how do you view censorship like that?
I don't follow you.
Well, censoring people's commentary, that would fall under the censorship label, and I know that you're kind of a free spirit, somewhat of a liberal spirit. Do you find that?
No. This is not censorship. This is protecting my brand.
Oh,
this is all about me.
I see.
This Queensryche, it's mine.
Right.
Mine. M-I-N-E. Mine. You don't touch. Mine. Now, you don't come between a dog and its meat. Meat. Ooh, yeah.
Jeff, I don't think Neely understands either that if they say something bad about you or Queensryche, that it is just a lie and that it's just slanderous. There's no way it could be a truth.
It is, but perception is reality, and there are people out there like yours, like Neely and also Young Doghouse, who, whenever they hear something bad about Geoff Tate's Queensryche, and they say, "Oh yes, they're trashing Geoff Tate's Queensryche. It must suck." Yeah.
So you think
not true, but
you think
since they read it on the interweb,
right?
Since they read it on the interweb, it simply must be true.
So do you believe that my viewpoint of you or your project is swayed by public opinion?
Absolutely. It's been obvious from your comments ever since this whole this new chapter in my life began that you were not a true believer in me.
That's right.
You're one of those skeptics, and I don't need skeptics in my life.
Right.
Nor should you put up with that nonsense, Jeff. Nor should you.
Absolutely, Christopher. I knew you would see it my way.
I absolutely do.
And I'm grateful for you. It's such a difficult time in my life, and I'm finding out who my friends really are.
Well, I have always been one, and I stand by your side now, Jeff.
I certainly appreciate that, Christopher.
In fact, I respect you enough to stand 2 or 3 feet behind you.
Well, that certainly gratifies me, and I'm very moved, and I would like to, help you out in your current predicament. Would you like to take a crack at Susan? You don't have to answer right away. You can just think it over. I can send you some pictures if you like.
Oh, I'd like that. Can I take first a smaller crack at Miranda?
She's not quite on board with this new lifestyle of ours yet, but Susan is much more willing. And while I was listening to your program earlier this evening, whenever she hears your stories about dating, I catch her hand. I whip out my 10-inch black man meat, and game on. The light's green, friend.
Right.
The light's green and the stick's brown, right? Jesus.
Just picture it. Soft music, possibly silent lucidity, candles, and flowers, and champagne, or possibly Insania wine, and Susan laying out there ready for you to do what you want with her. Ready for you to write your initials on her belly in her menstrual blood.
Nice. Wow. You'll never forget that, will you, Chris?
No.
I never will forget it myself. It's given me all sorts of ideas.
Right, Jeff?
I'm thinking of painting a mural in it.
Chris Aiken, the only man who's out-tated Tate.
Oh, I'm going to out Chris.
There you go. God.
Well, that is all I suppose I have this evening, so feel free to continue your little program, but keep in mind that I will be watching, and I want I would like to see a definite change in attitude from Mr. Neely.
I would too. Neely, come on.
Yeah, I'll get on board here sooner or later. I'll get on board or I'll get out of the way.
That's right.
Well, drink the Kool-Aid, as it were.
Right.
The Insania.
The Insania Kool-Aid, yes.
Yep.
Right. Of course. What other kind is there?
Well then, gentlemen, I suppose I'll be popping that pussy, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
All right, Jeff. Well, thank you for calling, and we'll try and keep everybody on board with frequency
You are certainly
unknown.
welcome. And remember, April 23rd, go out and buy it, please. I've got a mortgage.
Nice. All right, Jeff, it's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Fuck you, pal.
There he goes. There goes Geoff Tate.
Jeff Tate.
Now, will that end up on the Geoff Tate board and get pulled down immediately?
Oh, I would think so. I would think so.
All right. Well, let's check out this remake of Empire.
All right.
What's wrong with the kids today?
I can't even hear that.
I was going to say, is that just what's coming through?
That's all. I can't even hear that. It's so buried back there.
You know what? That's a new raw mix that Jeff was talking about.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're actually using the original backing, track for that.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine that they could legally if the other guys played on them.
No, I don't mean the music part. I mean like the spoken part.
Oh, I don't know. It depends on who spoke it, I guess.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I always thought that was Jeff that spoke
I
it.
think it was. So I think he might be using
Yes,
the
I guess.
original or something.
I just wonder, somehow, some way, it's got to be all tied to the original recording, doesn't it?
I would think so.
Or they might have to pay some fucking percentage of some royalty.
Sure.
And Lord, Jeff doesn't want to do that.
Wow. Couldn't even hear that at
It's
all.
Thaye's guitar shit. He hates Tommy Thayer.
All right. Well, here's Jet City Woman.
Oh, good. This is a good one. Yeah.
Every time I leave, you say you won't be there, and you're always there.
Ooh.
Wow. Lots of reverb on that.
Ooh. And well, I'm just going to repeat what you said to me earlier, Neely. His voice sounds really bad on this song.
It does.
I don't necessarily agree, but from what you said earlier.
Yeah, it's all about me, right?
Well, I'm not going to take any credit for badness on this.
Oh, wow. Jeez. And if these are the final tracks,
Oof. Yeah.
this is just so hard for me to believe that this is the final mix.
Well, I can't imagine that iTunes would put up demos. They don't put up anything until they have the final album.
Yeah, this sounds like roughs almost.
I agree, but it is on Clio.
Yikes.
And Clio's not exactly known for having high-quality shit.
I know. That's tough. All right, well, here we got the last one, Silence in Tennessee.
Nice.
Silent Lucidity. Let's see how this one shakes out.
It was all a bad dream spinning in your head. Your mind tricked you to feel the pain of someone close to you leaving the game of life. So here it is, another chance, wide awake.
Who is this? The Crash Test Dummies?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Isn't that what that sounds like to you?
It sure did.
The Crash Test Dummies.
I just don't like that the guitar is in a completely new tuning.
God.
I mean, it's not like they were close and couldn't mimic it.
Right.
It's like, oh, this is what we're tuned to. Let's play it.
Right.
It just, I mean, and that guitar part in the original is so distinctive that you hear this and it's just not working.
Right. So funny.
Oh boy.
Tell me that doesn't sound like this. Oh, that isn't what I wanted. Shithead.
Oops.
Oops. Oops. Yeah, but that sounds like the whole Crash Test Dummy song, doesn't it?
It does.
It's so funny. See if it sounds more like this here.
Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school, but when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said that it was from when the cars had smashed so hard.
All right, there's that.
All right.
Now here's the new Silence in Tennessee.
It was all a bad dream spinning in your head. Your mind tricked you to feel the pain of someone close to you leaving the game of life. So here it is, another chance. Wide awake, you face the day. Your dream is over. Or has it just begun?
Metal Demon in the chat room. I feel like I'm being DP'd anally.
Wouldn't go and change with the girls in the change room, and when they finally made her, they saw.
So I think what I want to do is I want to put the mix together where he goes, "It's finally just begun." You know what I mean?
Wheezy, get on it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, exactly.
That song there, that rendition there, and then that song. You could mix them.
Yeah, there you go. You can make our first, viral mashup.
Exactly. I think it would fit perfect.
Probably would.
So funny. All right, well that's it.
Yeah, that's horrendous. I mean, fantastic.
That's the new
Sorry.
Queensryche.
I'm reading something that you wrote on my message board here.
Right.
Here you want to hear one that really is another one that's not really good?
Okay.
Want to do just a quick one-songer?
Hang on. Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
That was the fourth ring, gentlemen.
By gentlemen, you mean Neely. I was telling him to pick it up.
What I wanted to say was, if the young lady in the chat room talking about being double penetrated anally, I'm sure Christopher and I could arrange that if she would like.
I'm in.
I'll
even go in second
literally.
behind you, Jeff.
You like to be punished, you dirty little slut, don't you?
Nice.
How would you like to be fucked in the ass?
Wow.
Geoff Tate. Jeff with a G.
Right.
Say my name, bitch. Say my name.
Nice. Wow.
with that glorious new re-recording of Silent Lucidity in the background.
That's
Wouldn't that
right.
be wonderful?
It would be.
That's
I'd be happy to hold the camera, Jeff. That's all you let me do.
We'll take turnabouts. How about that?
Thank you. I'll happily dive in second.
We'll draw straws to see who goes first.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'll have the shorter
But
straw.
I'm warning you. If I go first, there might not be much left for you after I tear that thing up.
If you go first, I'll just use my fucking forehead.
Did you say forehead? Was that a reference to me?
No, he would have said 5-head if it was a reference to you.
Don't be mean, Nancy. Jeez. Me and my friend Geoff Tate are working on some pussy together, for God's sakes.
Yes, sir.
If I gotta say, I never envisioned being offered to share pussy with Geoff Tate.
Well,
you're trying to ruin it for me.
Good things come to those who wait, Christopher.
And come, you mean C-U-M, I'm assuming.
Of course. What else? That's
like you, Jeff, I am paddling ham right now just thinking about it.
That's the field I play in nowadays, Christopher.
That's
and
right.
I'm paddling. I'm
we
paddling
plow
them too,
together.
as a matter of fact. Feels good, doesn't it? Hey, will you send me that picture of her? Slow down there, cowboy. Are you done?
Yep, I'm done.
That was Neely.
Well, I'm just getting started, if you'll pardon the pun.
Yeah, I get it. That's a Dedicated to Chaos reference because I am a true fan.
Just getting started, beating my meat.
Exactly. What? $25 a fuck. I know how much it costs in Queensrycheville.
Oh, yeah. All that. What sort of hand lotion do you prefer, Christopher?
Whichever kind you're using, Jeff.
I'm a Jergens man myself.
That works for me. I'm all about jerking myself.
Ugh, I'm jerking myself right now. Feels good. Ooh. Oh, here comes Miranda. Oh, I gotta get some of that. Hold on. Miranda, come back. Get back in here. Daddy needs you. The family plays together, stays together. Get in here. Oh.
There he goes.
Good Lord. This has been quite a night for me. Dude, I've been offered pussy with Geoff Tate.
Wow. Well, you can have it.
God. I get to fuck Susan Tate.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. This has been quite the evening. Talk about taking me out of my bad mood with some fucking fine offers. Wow.
Yeah, look at you. You're quite the popular guy these days.
I can't look at Nathan in Kentucky. This is classy radio.
It is.
Too funny.
Wow.
Oh. No, Chris, you get to fuck Demon.
Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Oh.
What in the living fuck is going on here? Seriously, I mean, I thought I was the worst caller. Like, I mean, that wasn't a bad call, but this is just the call. Have you noticed the callers since you came back, Chris, have just gotten odder and odder?
It's all good. I like that.
Yes, it is. But I mean, this Australian guy is taking some of the heat off of me, so it's kind of all good.
Hey, I'm loving
and
it.
Geoff Tate's offering up his wife to you.
That's right. This is the way it's
You're
supposed
quite
to be.
the stud. You are
Look.
quite the fucking stud, my friend.
Let me just tell you, when I came back, I never envisioned probably the hottest chick in the world up from Newfoundland up there sending me all these naked photos of herself.
Yeah, I know. Sending you just naked pics of her 18-year-old big titties and shit. You
Just
know, I mean,
lovely, glorious photos of that. And then to have Geoff Tate from Queensryche offering me up both his wife and seconds while he bangs one of our fans. I could have never seen this coming when I came back to the show.
Your cup runneth over, Chris. Your cup runneth over.
Runneth over with jizz.
You said it, my brother.
That's
All right. Hail and kill. Fuck you, pal. Here, Joe.
Too good. Too good. Look at Angel. Neely sounds kind of jealous. I am jealous.
Why are you jealous?
Because I'm just being left out of everything, man.
Because you're so hateful to Geoff.
I guess that's what it is.
If you would respect the man's talent like I do,
right?
Then you wouldn't. Then he'd probably be offering you thirds.
Sure.
We'd be having a threesome or a foursome with Demon.
Nice.
And shit, we could take turns holding the camera.
Look at Angel. I can't get over how you say Newfoundland, Chris. It's pretty adorable.
Well,
wow.
with my cock in your mouth, I'll say it over and over.
Oh, my God.
I'll keep it adorable.
Look at that. Angel says Neely can have me then.
Well, there you go.
So go ahead. You share Jeff's, wife and his stepdaughter, and I'll go see Angel.
Well, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. Regardless of Jeff's fame, I have to keep things in order. And obviously, Angel offered first. I have to respect that.
Go ahead and.
And let me just say for the record that an 18-year-old that's that fucking hot versus a 70-year-old woman that's that fucking not had nothing to do with my decision.
Right.
Nothing.